Every few years, a car comes along that makes everyone stop and say, "Wait, that's new?" Well, this one's not just new. It's a total rethink of what a compact sedan can be. The 1985 Ford Tempo isn't here to play catch-up. It's here to change the rules. From its bold design to the tech hiding under its skin, this is Ford's biggest gamble yet. But the real question is, does it actually deliver on the hype, or is it all just marketing magic? Let's find out. It's finally here, the car everyone's been waiting for. Ford has just pulled the covers off the all-new 1985 Ford Tempo, a model that could completely redefine what buyers expect in this segment. From the outside, it's instantly recognizable as a Ford. Sharp lines, bold stance, and that signature grille that seems to announce confidence from every angle. But what really makes this launch stand out is what's beneath that sleek exterior. Ford claims this car isn't just an upgrade, it's a reset. Built for a new generation of drivers who want performance, technology, and efficiency in one seamless package, the Tempo aims to challenge heavyweights like the Honda Accord and the Chevrolet Celebrity. Whether it truly lives up to that bold promise, that's what we're here to find out. In this review, we'll break down every detail: design, comfort, tech, performance, and most importantly, value for money. But before we dive deep, take a good look, because this might just be the car that changes the game for Ford in 1985. Now, let's talk about what really matters: how this car feels. Because specs on paper are one thing, but real-world experience? That's where the truth comes out. The first thing you notice when you walk up to the 1985 Ford Tempo is the design. It's bold without trying too hard. Sharp headlights that stretch into the fenders, a sculpted hood that catches the light just right, and a side profile that screams motion even when it's parked. It's a design language that says, "I'm modern, but I'm not forgetting my roots." Step inside, and the story continues. The cabin is surprisingly upscale. Soft-touch materials on every surface, minimalist controls, and a well-laid-out dashboard that feels refined and driver-focused. Even the stitching on the seats tells you this isn't a quick refresh. This is a brand that's been listening to its customers. Under the hood, the excitement ramps up. The 1985 Ford Tempo delivers solid, lively performance, and it feels engaging, especially for its class. The throttle response is instant, the steering is tight, and even though it's tuned for comfort, there's just enough bite to make weekend drives genuinely fun. But it's not all about performance. The Ford Tempo comes packed with smart features, from its efficient engine design and improved aerodynamics to its smoother transmission setup. And for daily driving, the quiet cabin and smooth ride make it feel like a segment above its price point. Of course, there are a few quirks. The transmission, while refined, can feel a bit hesitant at times, and the higher trim pricing might make you pause, especially once we reveal what it's really competing against later in this review. Still, there's no denying the Ford Tempo has momentum on its side. It's not just a step forward for Ford. It's a statement. A car that bridges performance, design, and everyday usability in one clean package. But how does it hold up against rivals? And does it really deliver the value its price tag promises? Stick around, because in the next section, we'll uncover the real strengths and hidden drawbacks that could make or break this car's reputation. And this is where everything changes. Out on the open road, the 1985 Ford Tempo finally shows what it's really made of. The moment you press the accelerator, there's an instant surge of power, smooth, confident, and surprisingly eager. It doesn't just move, it launches, pinning you to your seat with that satisfying push you don't expect from a sedan in this class. Through the corners, the steering feels alive, responsive, balanced, and precise. Every input you make has a direct, almost intuitive reply. The suspension, tuned to strike that sweet spot between comfort and control, absorbs the bumps without dulling the connection to the road. It's the kind of drive that makes you forget the numbers and just feel the car. Then comes the moment that caught us off guard, the way it handled unexpected challenges on the road. Maybe it's how effortlessly it held its line on slick pavement, or how composed it stayed even over uneven surfaces. Either way, it's the point where the Ford Tempo stops being just another car and becomes something genuinely impressive. But there's another side to the story. When pushed to the limit, the Tempo starts to reveal its human side. A bit of understeer here. A slight delay in transmission there. Nothing major, but enough to remind you this isn't a supercar. Still, what's remarkable is how well it balances ambition with practicality. And for those wondering how it stacks up against its rivals, here's the twist. In back-to-back runs, the Ford Tempo didn't just hold its own, it outperformed expectations in areas we didn't see coming. So is it the perfect car? Not quite. But is it one of the most exciting releases of its time? Absolutely. Because this, right here, right now, is the moment that defines whether Ford is back in the game, or just getting started. So, after spending time with the Ford Tempo, it's clear that this isn't just another entry in the lineup. It's a statement of intent. Ford wanted to prove they could blend innovation, practicality, and personality into one package, and for the most part, they've nailed it. The strengths are hard to ignore. A refined ride, impressive efficiency, and features that make everyday driving simpler and more enjoyable. The cabin feels premium without the premium price tag, and for daily use, it's as comfortable and confidence-inspiring as anything in its class. Of course, no car is perfect. The 1985 Ford Tempo still has room to grow. Maybe it's the slight throttle lag or the firm ride on rougher roads. But for most buyers, those are small trade-offs compared to the overall value you're getting. If you're someone who wants a stylish daily driver with just enough excitement to keep you smiling on the highway, the Tempo should absolutely be on your short list. In today's U.S. market, where tech-first cars redefine expectations, the Tempo reminds us of a simpler era. And that's a balance very few automakers manage to achieve. At the end of the day, this car reminds us that progress isn't just about faster 0-60 times or more screens. It's about connection. Between driver and road, between design and purpose, between what we need and what we love to drive. So what do you think? Has Ford finally delivered the car that hits all the right notes? Or is it still chasing the competition? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you enjoyed the review, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dive car reviews just like this one.